Hey guys, welcome back. Haven't done one of these for about 6 or 7 months, and I figured it's about time. Again, if you like these, like them, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll do a couple more. This one, I want to continue that integrated project website that I started last year. It's sort of an example of more of what I did many years ago, but I just really want to get that out into this open environment so people can maybe see some ideas of how they might manage a job. And this one, I want to sort of go into some general discussions about why, and I'm going to go into a specific example on construction progress. So this is sort of like an integrated page. This is a website. You could pull it up on your computer within your internet on your project, and you can see a home page. You could look at some of your schedule information, engineering, construction, commissioning, execution plan, documents, some of the reports. This is the daily, weekly, monthly reports. My idea, this is more of like a WordPress blog, but really it's like, well, why? There's so many other applications out there, specifically PowerBi. Well, so it was actually driven by a post that a good friend of mine just had that I'm not sure if this was his exact intent, but it was my interpretation of it as, well, why do you want an integrated project website? It's because the way you're approaching your digital dashboard and your execution digital transformation might not be working. And the reason why it's not working is because we design these nice dashboards that are just awesome. And I use this one. But all the key elements that are actually displayed within your dashboard are actually usually available somewhere else, like the source application that you're doing it. These graphs, these are all in an Excel file. The Excel files would actually use to populate Power BI. I could run all these graphs. I did run all the graphs because I was required to using an Excel standard graph template. All the scheduled IDs, activity dates, that's all in a Primavera file. You can get it there. And what the dashboards do is they remove focus away from the source system. And really what you should be doing is during some of your meetings, you should have Primavera up on your screen, not a dashboard. Additionally, when you open up the dashboard, there's nothing you can do to edit, update, add, delete. It's not an application. It's just a way to view data. But if you actually want to have meeting and discussions, you pull up a schedule in front of everybody in a meeting, and if people don't like the date, well, then change it there. Pull up your progress, go drill down into a discrete engineering item, and if you don't like the percent complete, if somebody put 50 as 100, well, change it to 100. Don't waste your time in a dashboard. What does this data even mean? Well, again, there's not really much context. It usually comes with a decoder ring that maybe somebody already has in a different format. Maintenance, really hard. The back-end data that's data models are required to drive dashboards are really hard. The ingestion process, even generate something that says, 105 out of 154 activities are finished. There's so much code that goes into every step of this. Now, obviously, in the integrated project website, there's also code. It's just that within your dashboard world, you're putting a lot of maintenance into something that maybe you're not getting a bang for buck for. So don't get me wrong, dashboards do have their place. This specific dashboard with different data I used almost daily to manage a construction project. But why do we actually want to use an integrated website? Well, this website, not the Power BI, but actually on a website, you can use that as being your source system. And not only can you have it like direct linking to source system data, but you could actually build a custom application. In this case right here, this is a custom engineering deliverable application where you can directly enter in the percent complete on your deliverable. You can directly enter the integration layer into the schedule ID live on a website. And you can't do that within Power BI, but you can if you have your data in a, let's say maybe more open format. Maintenance, well, I say it's only kind of hard. Within Power BI, it's very hard in some of the other data analytics platforms. However, if you build something on a website, Usually I find that it's a little bit easier because you're really just dealing with data-driven pages, not the visualization of it. Because really, you want to focus on the data. You want to come into a meeting and say, where am I at on this plan and profile drawing? Or it could be a model, it could be anything. Additionally, on your website, you can link into workflows. Oh, there's so much amazing capabilities using tools like SharePoint, Nintex, even WordPress, that now you can't do any of that within a Power BI world, but you just put it in a website world and wow, you've got immediate usability of features. And finally, most applications are already web-based. Now Power BI is web-based too, and it does have some good aspects. The specific example that we're going to dive into, and we will just dive right into this, is a construction progress world. And why do we want to do this? And I've written, so visibility into the detailed construction progress items allows critique for that actual item. So here's an example of some actual foundations on a job site. So in your contract, you might have a bunch of items and you drill into a specific WBS commodity level, and you're actually going to see your unitized basis of progress to actually see foundation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're on a job site, that's what you enter in your progress on. And if you actually want to see how you're doing, or even want to have integration with your models, these are the elements that exist in your model. And yeah, to have direct drilling down into that from a website, exactly what I would want to see. And how the elements are linked into a schedule ID, just like on that engineering example on the prior page, we've got a link to a schedule ID. We've got some start date, end dates. We've got our percent completes. So yeah, that's this is my world. But let's just dive right in to just give a click demo, click of the website. And it actually is a live functioning one, at least on my computer. Pretty easy to dive into. Go through the engineering one. I actually did do a prior video on the engineering website before. Just to rehash, again, we've got our projects. Click on project. You see your disciplines. We'll just go into mechanical engineering and a WBS 2214. And here are discrete scope elements underneath that WBS discipline level. And edit mode. Go right into it to be able to update your integration layer if you want to add activities into a schedule to have better granularity, or maybe even combine things, or just to see how your deliverables are linked into the schedule. Where are they going? And then being able to update the percent complete. And this is a live system where you can edit, update information. In the construction world, exactly the same idea. We've got projects and we're looking at our construction world. We've got a construction percent complete. We also have productivities, budgets earned, spent, everything you'd expect. Now, the data underneath this should be sitting in your construction database. Now, if you don't have one, you might want to look at how you're doing it. All this information with construction is really dialed into contracts because we have contractors delivering scope. And so this example, I want to just drill into one specific concrete package that I've sort of set up as an example. And so these might be all your specific line items on your contract. And I've got all these linked into schedule IDs. Here we've got multiple items to the same schedule ID, and some of them are unique to a schedule ID, but you can clearly see that. I do want to drill into a specific example of some tunnel concrete, because that's what there we go. And I want to go look at my train loadout vault. So I'm just going to click on this one, because now what we're doing is we're going to the lowest level of granularity. This is, sometimes you might refer to this as like a level 6. This is a foundation by foundation look at your data, and that is really how you're going to manage it on site. When are you going to be performing all these scope elements? And sometimes what happens is there might be one scope element that, because of some constructability issue, that item might not be done for 5 months, but the main scope that's driving your, let's say, a handover to some steel installation might be these items. Now, that's really important because in your schedule, you might have linked all these items to the same Primavera ID and it won't finish. So you won't have a good handover interface between an activity finishing and activity starting. But if you insert a new activity into your schedule saying, well, completion of section 1C, and you map this item to another schedule activity, then you can finish all these and you can have the clean interface. And that's where you get some really power in managing your detail items. So really, that's all I wanted to go into today. Also, you could look at all this from a schedule ID world. This is not as pretty as some of the other pages, but here we're more on a discrete schedule ID level. And here's where, like an example of this Earthworks item, it's sitting at 99.67% complete. Now, more than likely, all the required scope of the intent of that activity in your schedule has been completed. There's probably only a punch list or some non-critical element that is representing your last 0.3%. But if you directly import this into your schedule, into your construction schedule, your activities are just going to keep floating out, and you're going to end up with schedules that just look like with bars that just go straight across, and you get no heads or tails of, well, what's the link between these? And what you need to do is you need to take something that's coded underneath the schedule ID, this R41550. You need to go find one of the scope elements and maybe pull the one that's not 100% complete out and map it to a different schedule ID that might be a remaining scope item. So you might have to change your schedule, but that's exactly what you want to do to give good granularity into your construction data. So yeah, with that, I think I'll finish for the day and just focus on the capabilities you have on an integrated website portal are so far beyond what you're going to get in a PowerBi world. In a PowerBi world, you're going to be able to drive lots of graphs, little cards with metrics. But what you've lost is actually managing your data and having visibility into your data. And that's really where I think there is value that needs to be done on our projects. So yeah, thanks. Like the videos, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll keep doing some more. Thanks. Bye.